On January 18th, 2025, TikTok users across the US unlocked their phones, ready to scroll through hilarious clips, dance challenges, and quick shopping deals. But instead, they were disappointed to find TikTok banned. No viral videos, no creator lives, no flashy product promotions. Just an official statement that TikTok was banned in the United States on January 18th, 2025. However, to everyone's excitement, within 24 hours, everything changes again. The next morning, you opened your app hoping for a miracle, and to your surprise, there was a welcome back message that says, "Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the US. You can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok." Yes, you heard that right. It is the fastest whiplash in social media history, and entire businesses are thrown into chaos. Today, we are diving deep into what would actually happen if the government successfully took down TikTok. By now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal if TikTok shuts down? After all, it's just a short-form video app, right? Well, think again. In 2024 alone, more than 60 million monthly active US buyers used TikTok Shop to snag everything from trendy clothing to eco-friendly kitchenware. Across the nation, around 20,000 small businesses depended on that platform for at least a quarter of their revenue. Content creators, who once made comedic skits on the side, turned their hobby into full-blown careers. Marketers funneled billions of dollars in ad spend into the platform, capturing younger audiences faster than any other social media. TikTok became a place where you could test a product in real time, watch a brand go viral overnight, and where a single video could skyrocket someone's livelihood. So picture this. One day, you are raking in sales on TikTok Shop, you have followers waiting for your next product drop, and you have built a community that genuinely loves what you offer. Then, out of the blue, your marketing pipeline disappears. That is exactly what happened on January 18th, 2025, when President Biden's restrictions shut TikTok down for an entire day. People woke up in shock, creators scrambled for other platforms, and major corporations rushed to salvage campaigns worth millions of dollars. Suddenly, your phone is blowing up with news that President Trump reversed the ban just one day later. TikTok bursts back to life with a cheeky welcome. "Thanks for your patience and support," as a result of President Trump. And every entrepreneur breathes a collective sigh of relief. But what if the ban had stuck for good? What if those who built entire businesses on TikTok never got the platform back? That is the scenario we explore today. Let's uncover the staggering statistics, heartbreaking stories, and real consequences that might unfold if this platform vanished, not just for one day, but forever. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might be rethinking how you build and protect your own digital presence. TikTok is not just about dancing trends anymore. According to data from 2024, TikTok Shop saw an annual revenue of over $12.4 billion from US sales alone. Companies large and small poured marketing budgets into the platform, leveraging short, snappy videos that turned casual scrollers into impulse buyers. Let's look at someone named Bethany. She started selling custom phone cases out of her bedroom in Chicago. Initially, she used a simple website and local craft fairs, pulling in about $2,000 a month. But when she launched her brand on TikTok Shop in early 2024, her sales jumped to $10,000 monthly in under 3 months. The secret? She created catchy 10-second tutorial videos showing how each case changed color under different lighting. Viewers would see it, get excited, and click buy within seconds. Bethany is not alone. Over 1.2 million content creators in the US partnered with brands last year, promoting anything from fitness gear to home decor. Short videos featuring real people demonstrating products rather than polished commercials built trust that traditional ads struggle to match. Brands knew that if they harnessed the right influencer, they could see spikes in revenue that would otherwise take months to achieve. That is precisely why, in 2024, companies spent nearly 15% of their total social media budgets on TikTok, an increase from just 9% the previous year. But if the government decided to yank TikTok away, that entire commerce ecosystem would collapse. Bethany's $10,000 monthly revenue could disappear overnight, leaving her scrambling for a new platform. Thousands of other creators, such as Jalen, who sells custom sneakers, or Kayla, who offers digital art tutorials, would be forced to migrate, losing precious time, money, and an engaged community in the process. The marketing momentum that took months, or even years, to build would vanish with a single piece of legislation. That is the peril of relying so heavily on one platform. But we are only scratching the surface. Let's dive deeper into the ripple effects this ban would have on everyone, from micro-influencers to Fortune 500 companies. Because once you pull the plug on TikTok, it is not just the content that disappears. It is livelihoods, reputations, and a massive slice of the American economy. So how did Biden's one-day ban and Trump's sudden reinstatement alter the landscape? And what if that flick of a switch became permanent? Let's find out in the next section. It might seem laughable that a mere 24-hour ban could wreak havoc, but on January 18th, 2025, that is exactly what happened. For that single day, TikTok users in the United States could not access the app. It might not sound catastrophic, but imagine you are running a promotional campaign set to launch that morning. You have shipments ready, coupon codes timed to perfection, and thousands of followers waiting for your big reveal. Suddenly, the platform you rely on is gone. Your planned event is in limbo, and your customers are confused. Large retailers reported an estimated 8% drop in online engagement that day, with smaller vendors others experiencing even steeper declines. Some small businesses lost an average of 30 to 50% of their daily revenue because they had no backup plan. Creator communities, who rely on daily postings and viewer interactions, panicked as their engagement metrics took a nosedive. Meanwhile, social media managers scrambled to shift budgets to Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or Facebook Reels, but none could replicate TikTok's unique algorithm and audience culture. Marketing experts estimate around $50 million in lost advertising value during that single day, and that does not even count lost sales. People like Jalen, the custom sneaker entrepreneur, had a limited edition drop lined up at noon on January 18th. He spent months building hype through TikTok posts, with potential buyers locked in and ready. When the ban hit, Jalen's followers had nowhere to complete the purchase, and he watched as thousands of sneakerheads expressed their frustration online. That night, he tried migrating to other platforms, but it just was not the same. The spontaneity, the excitement, the easy conversion funnel, it all hinged on TikTok's interface. Then, as quickly as the ban appeared, it vanished. On January 19th, President Trump reversed the decision. People logged back into a bold message: "Thanks for your patience and support." As a result of President Trump, instantly shops reopened, creators resumed posting, and the comedic meltdown on social media turned into a celebratory wave of relief. But the damage was done. That day off the grid forced thousands of businesses to reckon with their dependence on TikTok. If one day of inactivity could cause so much financial pain, what would happen if the ban became permanent? Let's move to the heart of this story: the long-term ripple effects if TikTok vanished for good. Ready to see the full scale of the fallout? Stick with us. If TikTok's ban had remained, the consequences would unfold in phases. First, we would see an immediate crash in sales for businesses relying heavily on TikTok Shop. That means local artisans, direct-to-consumer startups, and even established e-commerce giants would scramble to redirect traffic. Since about 20,000 US businesses depend on TikTok for at least 25% of their annual revenue, you can imagine the frenzy. Bethany, the custom phone case seller, would lose her main source of discovery. Without those viral videos, she would watch daily sales dip to near zero in a matter of weeks and might end up pivoting to local markets or costlier advertising on other platforms. Second, brand partnerships would take a brutal hit. In 2024, over 1.2 million American influencers secured brand deals primarily through TikTok, and many rely on those agreements for full-time income. A permanent ban means those deals either evaporate or move to less popular platforms. The problem? Brands love TikTok's algorithm because it is designed to show fresh content to a wide pool of viewers, making it relatively easy to go viral. On a platform like YouTube or Instagram, the growth potential can be slower and more competitive. So if you are Kayla, an artist in New York who built a community of 500,000 followers, you lose not just your audience, but also multiple brand deals that helped you earn a living. Sure, you could transition to other platforms, but you would be starting from scratch, losing the engagement momentum you had built. Third, large corporations that poured money into TikTok campaigns to reach Gen Z would be left high and dry. In 2024, big names like Nike, Pepsi, and even Disney spent a chunk of their marketing budgets, somewhere around $300 to $400 million collectively, on TikTok ads and branded hashtag challenges. That might seem small for multinational corporations, but the returns were significant, often outpacing traditional commercial campaigns. Now, with the ban, all those campaigns would be scrapped, reworked, or shifted to other platforms that do not quite capture the same audience synergy. Over time, these corporations might adapt, but the short-term disruption would be costly and chaotic. The synergy between brand, creator, and platform would fracture, leaving marketing teams to scramble for a plan B. Of course, the real tragedy is for the small shops that do not have plan B. You would see layoffs, unsold inventory, and the loss of community connection that made TikTok so special in the first place. The short-form video revolution encouraged authenticity and quick engagement. Without it, the entire marketing world would lose that fast-paced innovation that keeps audiences entertained and businesses thriving. But that is not the end of the story. There is another piece to this puzzle. What about the billions of data points and consumer insights gleaned from TikTok's advanced analytics? Let's explore that next. Before we dive into the data meltdown, do you think your favorite creator could survive without TikTok? Share your thoughts in the comments. One overlooked factor is the treasure trove of analytics TikTok provides. If you have run a business on TikTok, you know just how granular the data can be. It shows who is watching, for how long, and even how viewers engage with content. This data shaped entire marketing strategies in 2024, driving product design, content creation, and advertising decisions. Brands use TikTok's metrics to spot new trends, forecast demand, and tailor their inventories accordingly. The intelligence gleaned from these analytics was worth billions to major corporations, who often have entire teams dedicated to TikTok insights. Now imagine losing that overnight. No more live feedback on new product launches, no more quick reading on which jingle or format grabs attention, and no more real-time reactions to influencer collaborations. Companies would revert to older, slower methods of consumer research, traditional focus groups, surveys, and other forms of data collection that take weeks, if not months, to compile. That is like going from streaming movies on demand to waiting for a DVD in the mail. Small businesses that rely on immediate feedback, such as Jalen with his sneaker drops, would be unable to gauge consumer response until after they have already spent money on production and distribution. The result? Potential overstock, supply chain miscalculations, and missed opportunities to pivot products on the fly. In a world where trends can change faster than a meme goes viral, having access to real-time consumer engagement is gold. Without it, businesses would have to rely on guesswork or invest heavily in alternative analytics platforms that might not deliver the same dynamic results. There is also the issue of consumer trust. TikTok's algorithm can detect how many people watched a video to the end, how many rewatched, and how many clicked the link to purchase. This transparency builds a sense of authentic engagement. If the app were permanently banned, you lose not just the data, but that cultural phenomenon of, hey, I found this product in my feed because it is genuinely popular, not because I was targeted by an ad. The intangible connection that fosters word-of-mouth marketing would be significantly weakened in a more traditional, ad-saturated environment. But the data meltdown is just one side effect. What about the legal and political implications of banning a major platform? That is our next stop. What does a permanent ban say about freedom of commerce and speech? Let's tackle that next. Any permanent ban on TikTok would be more than an economic inconvenience. It would raise serious questions about censorship. On January 18, 2025, President Biden justified the ban by citing national security concerns. He argued that TikTok's data collection posed potential risks. It felt like an overreach. The public outcry was swift, with hashtags trending on other platforms calling the ban an infringement on digital rights. Then came the sudden reversal on January 19th, led by President Trump, which ignited another wave of debate. Critics questioned whether the flip-flop was politically motivated or genuinely aimed at supporting small businesses and creators. Though many celebrated the return of TikTok, the chaos highlighted how fragile our digital ecosystems really are. When a single executive decision can uproot a multi-billion-dollar platform, it sparks anxiety across every corner of the creator economy. In a scenario where TikTok stays banned, you would likely see lawsuits challenging the government's authority to restrict access to apps without due process. Tech companies might intervene, pushing for clearer guidelines on what constitutes a national security threat. Business advocacy groups would protest, citing massive economic harm and lost competitiveness in global e-commerce. Social media activism would ramp up, with creators urging fans to support legislative changes or shift to new platforms that champion free expression. On the consumer side, you might see frustration give way to activism as well. TikTok had become a hub for social justice movements, charitable fundraising, and global awareness campaigns. Removing that forum could stifle grassroots organizing, especially among younger demographics who use TikTok as their primary source of news and social engagement. Whether you see it as a necessary security measure or an overstep of government power, the ban would undoubtedly reshape America's digital landscape, forcing people to question how many freedoms they are willing to sacrifice in the name of national security. That leads us to our final section, where we discuss the lessons learned, the strategies to safeguard your business, and the actions you can take if another ban ever becomes permanent. Now that you have witnessed the chaos of TikTok's whirlwind ban and revival, you might be asking, what can we take away from all this? First, never put all your eggs in one basket, especially in the digital world. Bethany, Jalen, Kaylin, and countless others discovered how vulnerable they were when TikTok went dark, even for just 24 hours. If you are a creator or business owner, consider diversifying your revenue streams. Explore other platforms like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or even your own website to ensure you are not left stranded if TikTok vanishes. Second, build community beyond algorithms. Platforms come and go, but loyal followers can move with you if you cultivate genuine relationships. Have an email list, a dedicated website, or any form of direct communication with your audience that does not rely solely on a single tech giant. That way, even if the platform shuts down, you still have a direct line to your customers and fans. Third, stay informed and engaged in the political process. The abrupt ban and sudden reinstatement showed how quickly government decisions can affect your bottom line. Keep an eye on legislation, voice your concerns, and advocate for transparent regulations that balance national security with economic freedom. Finally, remember that TikTok's meltdown offers a glimpse into a broader story. The internet is still a frontier shaped by policy, technology, and collective action. If you have a dream, a business, or a brand to grow, be prepared to adapt at a moment's notice. Today, TikTok is back with a smug welcome message that reads, "Thanks for your patience and support." Tomorrow, who knows? The only certainty is change, and the best way to thrive is to stay flexible, informed, and ready. We would love to hear your thoughts. What would you do if TikTok shut down for good? Drop a comment below and join the conversation. If you found value in this video, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth stories, and share this with anyone who needs a reminder that digital success can be both fleeting and full of opportunity. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next story. In the fast-paced world of social media, you never know what tomorrow might bring.